Alright guys, so we just talked about the Xbox Series S, which I have. Where's the box? Right here. This bad boy. I just did my first impressions on this thing. I've had it for a day, and I've talked about my thoughts playing this system, but there's a big thing included here, and that's the controller. That is something I just want to talk about. It might seem silly to talk about just the controller, but honestly, I feel like the controller is really, really nice, and this will probably just be a short, quick video of me just saying things I like about it, because of the fact that I don't really have the equipment to do a great review for this thing, but I still wanted to talk about it nonetheless, just because I really love all the things about this new system. There are some things that are a toss-up, and my full review for the Series S will probably go up in about a week once I've had some more time to mess around with it, but the controller review is something I can do very, very easily, because honestly, this thing is almost identical to what the Xbox One controller was. There are a couple new features, and that's really just it. There's just a couple new things to talk about, and that's it. Now, me personally, I'm going to be comparing this to other console controllers that I've had, because this is my first Xbox, so this is my first Xbox controller. So there's some things that I want to talk about in regards to that as well. So let's get into it, but if this is your first time here on the channel, be sure you are subscribed for more video game stuff in the future. I play a lot of Pokemon, do a lot of Pokemon content, but I also just talk video games in general because I love video games to death. So this is the best time of year for me. It's like Christmas morning all the time. So let's talk about this controller right here. So the first thing is, it's just really damn comfortable. That's all I can really say, is it's just super freaking comfortable to hold in your hands. Now, I've heard numerous people talk about how comfy the Xbox controllers are in comparison to something like the Nintendo Switch controller here, or even the oddly shaped DualShock 4 controller, which I've always found to be fairly comfortable. But after holding the Xbox controller, I'm really a fan of how this feels, because your hands really get in there. And I've got tiny hands, but even this controller feels big, but my hands still work with this controller, and I really like that. The buttons are very responsive, they're clicky, they're a little higher elevated than the PlayStation's, which I do like. The only problem I'm having, honestly, with this controller, button wise, is I get them mixed up with the Switch, because the buttons are just kind of flip-flopped versus the Switch controller, which it was where I play most of my games, versus the Xbox controller. So that's just a me personal thing. I get them flipped up all the time, and it's kind of annoying, but it's whatever. The newest feature that they've added with this is the share button, which is awesome. The PlayStation controller had it on the previous generation. Right here, the share button on the PlayStation controller, you were able to, Twitch stream, capture stuff, that kind of stuff. Even the Switch controller has a share button, which just captures like screenshots and saves clips and stuff. So, finally having it on the Xbox controller is a good feature to add this generation. The finish on this is something I really like. The top is almost like a matte finish, which you're not going to really be able to see, but it's a real smooth matte finish. But on the back and on the grips, it's got this almost sandpapery texture, which I really like, because it makes it gripping it super easy. It makes it real nice in the hands. You're not going to drop it, which I've heard some people complaining about the DualSense controllers that come with the PS5 being very slippy. They slide out of your hands real easy, and I mean, I could see that if it's anything like the PS4 controller. These aren't the grippiest controllers in the world, so I could definitely see that being a thing. But with this it's not a problem. This thing is super comfortable in the hand. It's not going anywhere. It's just got this nice texture that I don't even know how to describe it. In terms of the triggers, I haven't had a controller that vibrated in the triggers before. It's a new experience. I feel like the vibrations are very cool. Also, I haven't tested out the DualSense because I don't have a PS5 yet. That comes out tomorrow, or technically today when this video goes up. So haven't had a chance to test that out, and I've heard that controller is just phenomenal. I've heard great things about that controller, but in terms of this, the vibrations are so nice, and the buttons are super nice to have the vibration. It's a different experience for me, being someone who's only played PlayStation and Switch in the past, so it's just really nice. The only complaint that I really have is I feel like the analogs are super raised up. Maybe that's just me, but I feel like they're super high, and they're just a little too small, in my opinion. Maybe it's just the divot that they have inside them, but I feel like they could be a little larger, because I'm constantly having to readjust my thumb when I'm like moving in games. So maybe that's just a me thing, but that is something I could definitely see them, or maybe just getting like adjustable grips that slide over the top, but that's just something I think could be a minor change. Other than that, it's a great controller. I still have it still has the AA battery support, which is something I think is kind of weird going into the next generation of Xboxes. However, if I pull up my actual Xbox here, as you see in the top right corner, I've been playing this non-stop, and I'm not even at like half battery yet. So these are probably going to last a long while depending on the battery type you put in these bad boys. But all in all, in terms of the Xbox controller, like I said, this was going to be a short video. I'm a big fan. I love the matte finish. That's probably my favorite part, is how just good it feels in the hand, because it's not going anywhere. It's not sliding around on you, even if your hands get sweaty. And I like the triggers being the same, like, sandpapery texture. It's just really comfortable to hold. It's just a great controller. But all in all, guys, that's gonna be it for this video. Hope you found it entertaining and helpful, and if you did, be sure to leave a like and smash the subscribe button for more videos like this in the future. Be sure to share the video with your friends. To grow this community here on the channel. Speaking of community, we got a community Discord, people over there playing games all the time, so check that out. I do stream over on Twitch as well. It's a lot of Pokemon, but I'm probably going to be streaming some Assassin's Creed, so check that out if that's something that interests you as well. And all my other social media should be on screen here at this point, so if you're interested in keeping it with me, this channel, the stream, anything like that, check me out there as well. But like I said, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next video.